In Start Me Up today, tips for entrepreneurs on how to get your business off the ground. And joining us for that, the co-host of the Small Business Revolution, Amanda Brinkman, Deluxe Corporation's Chief Brand Officer and creator of the show, and former NBA star and current entrepreneur, Baron Davis. Thanks so much to both of you for being here. And Baron, how did you go from being an NBA superstar to a successful entrepreneur?
You know, I think I've always had entrepreneurial spirit. Just kind of growing up in South Central Los Angeles and, just seeing my mom, seeing aunts and everybody had a hustle. My grandmother always said, keep a job. And she used to always tell me that I wasn't going to make it. And if I don't make it, I better have something to fall back on. So I was just always worried about, failing. I was never worried about being successful. I was always worried about failing. And so, in my journey, I think that I appreciated every time I hit a milestone, every time I hit a goal. And so my mission was to make sure that every time I hit a goal, that there was someone around me that could also hit their goal and hit their mark. And so that's just kind of became my recipe, I guess, for success is, every time I'm able to take a giant step forward, there should be, 2 or 3 people that I can pull in with me. And, I think it continues throughout, what we're doing with the show and being on this show as we get to touch people, pull them up, identify people, make them rock stars where they are. And that's just a part of who I am and my life's mission.
Amanda, what are your tips for small business owners?
The number one thing small businesses need to focus on is their online presence. So making sure that they are optimizing their online presence for search engines. So everything from their website to directories to listings to social media, just making sure that they're really paying attention to their digital footprint. The second thing is really focusing on the profitable pieces of your business. We really saw COVID force that kind of focus in small businesses that they really, in order to keep the doors open, they needed to really just think about the pieces of the business that were returning the profit and keeping as many people employed as possible. So continuing to maintain that focus on profitability versus just growth is really important. And then the third thing is really, continuing to leverage the fact that you're a small business. I think, depending on the industry, sometimes businesses try to kind of act like they're bigger than they are. And people actually, it's the reverse right now. I think, especially coming out of the pandemic, people really want to support small businesses. So leveraging the fact that you are, a local business, that you're an entrepreneur who lives within their community is really important.
Yeah. And then I would also say just emotionally, mentally, develop a package for yourself that you can have, emotional check-ins, right? And then also from an entrepreneurial standpoint, develop a hobby and develop a place where you can disconnect.
We wish you both the best of success, but right now we have to bounce.
Thank you.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.